Yeah, this guy's very Stannis.
Fine.
Oh, so they're not dead.
He just fucking shoots them both in the face. Like,
Dispose of them. Yes, sir.
Hold on a second.
oh my god.
You don't have to kill them. Yeah, you do.
Reason to dispose of them. Yes, sir.
Hold on a second.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to let you guys know to hit that like and that subscribe. And if you guys want to get early access to next week's episode of FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood, you guys can do that by becoming a part of our Patreon. The link's in the top pinned comment or the description below. And we thank you guys very much for coming by. Now let's get on with our FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood reaction. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I'm over here at Casa de Tank Top, hanging out with my very good friends Dustin and Morgan Drace over there at the Dojo. Drace, how are you doing over there, Draces?
I'm great. I'm filled with meat.
What did he say?
Filled with meat. We're coming off of...
Stuffed to the gills.
I'm stuffed with meat. Taken out of context? Who knows?
Well, the reason we're talking about all this stuff is because because we are watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We are on episode 39, almost 2/3 of the way through this story.
Almost old enough to buy a Mazda Miata and have a midlife crisis.
It just feels right.
Was I supposed to do that?
No, you're supposed to start selling Mary Kay Cosmetics and get a pink Oldsmobile.
No MLMs.
Oh.
That Mary Kay's old news.
Oh, yeah, there's new ones? Tupperware?
Oh my God, are you kidding? Which one you want to know about?
What do
We don't have that kind of time.
What are you into?
What do you want to know?
What are you into? You into essential oils? You into leggings?
I mean, as well, and also speaking of boss babes, we just got done with like hanging out on the wall in the north, in the north, in the real north, like up there with not Captain but General
Ollie Arms.
Armstrong,
Ollie
Ollie
Arms.
Armstrong,
Olivier.
But now we've met with each other in this other city, and like everybody's just got to kind of talk to Xiao Mei, and we got like a lot of weird team ups right now. Like Scar is literally like hanging out with Winry.
Like a big floppy rag doll hanging out while he's hopping around on buildings. Has a bold move, and you know what? Like, she's changing the narrative. She's taking it back, like, which is cool. She's like, and also it was a cool move by Winry because she felt like she was so useless and all of this was her fault, and she's been this bystander in this war.
Right.
And she's finally able to like be proactive and like do something on her terms, which is total boss babe. She's driving that pink Barbie convertible.
Also, I mean, we had maybe one of the most chilling introductions of any of the fucking of the seven deadlies like ever.
We got to talk about Selim.
Yep.
Revealed himself as Pride, and he is a fucking like just a towering nightmare of a little shit right here. Like with like red eyes, and he can control those little hands in the shadows and all that kind of stuff.
And he's in every shadow. He's saying that he's spying,
And
listening on
just
your...
fucking with Hawkeye. It's like some like weird.
Like every time you're taking a shit, I might be in the shadow. You don't know.
Yeah, that scene with Hawkeye was so like, and then she's having a PTSD from it.
Yeah, because he's everywhere or nowhere.
He said it at the end, and I was like, I wonder if they're going to kind of up the paranoia, and certainly at least on her part, because I think at this point she's like one of the only characters that knows this, that knows that Selim is actually Pride.
I don't think so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
like,
besides the dad. I mean,
sure. I mean, but like as far as like our heroes, like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just sort of changed everything. And then like I remember once that happened, like just thinking back to like when Selim was just sitting there, just like talking. It's like, that's right, Dad, because you're the best dad that there ever was.
You could say he was a proud boy.
He's a proud boy.
He is a proud boy. Absolutely.
Very proud little boy.
Those are kind of the big things that are sort of like that are kind of at the most forefront. So I don't know. I'm excited.
Is that all?
I mean,
it's a ton of shit, dude.
It's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm ready to fucking just jump right into it. You guys ready to go? Hell yeah. All right, well, we appreciate you guys very much for hanging out with us as we go through Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. If you guys want to get full and uncut access to all of our coverage of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, you guys can do that by becoming a part of our Patreon. Links in the top pinned comment or the description below. It is the best way to support the channel.
Did you tell me your real name?
I'm a slave. I don't have one.
A slave?
Oh, Grey Worm.
A person without...
I guess so. He said he was going to use it for an experiment.
I exist today because you gave me your blood.
It's your son.
But did he accidentally give birth to Hohenheim? Like, is this father? Like, father's kind of more powerful at this point, but that we put out these episodes here on YT. You guys get the next corresponding episode, next week's episode, completely full and uncut a week early before anybody else does. And you get that for like that and like 2 or 3 other animated shows that we have on the $5 Toon tier, the animated tier. So we hope you guys consider doing that. But if you can't do that and still want to help us out, hit us with a like and subscribe. Maybe ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. All right, let's take a goddamn look. Take a goddamn look at this thing. New opening.
New song.
New song just dropped.
That's a switch.
Vocals are still kind of funny, but nothing's going to be that one guy.
Oh no, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, he looks.
Oh God.
Oh, so they're going to have to fight him. Oh my lord.
Do you remember when we first met? It seems we've changed places. You shouldn't be so confident.
Oh shit.
I mean, he fucked him up pretty hard last time.
Why can't you just stay out of the way?
Oh shit. But this is all like a ruse on their part to get her out of there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. He's a very good actor. He's selling it. I love it.
That's what you call commitment to a bit.
That was a convincing performance.
Yeah, see?
It's like, say, this kid's got it, man. That X Factor, he's got it, you know?
So worthless having to put on this stupid charade.
Bro, you just gotta let Winry do her shit.
You figured it out. I mean, you figured out a way out of it. It's fine. You just can't be there to protect her.
And nothing can change the fact that I am responsible for their deaths. I killed them.
See, I think Scar should release a 10-minute ukulele apology to Winry. Because in that case, it might work.
I think this is what my parents would have wanted.
Oh, wow.
Dad saved his life before, after all.
Wow.
There has to be a reason for that.
Whoa.
Yep.
Does that mean you're forgiving me?
Oh, don't get me wrong.
He's like, hold on, motherfucker.
Oh, we're cool now?
This is not about you. This is about me.
It's all right. I won't cry.
I might.
You can cry if you want
The next
to.
time I-
Oh.
Oh.
It was an Amestrian who set me on this path in the
Oh,
first
buddy.
I am thankful that there is someone like you out there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's the first time he's ever vocalized something like that before.
Am I shipping them?
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Hold on! Who's there?
Oh.
It's me, shitface.
It's like a melted Indiana Jones.
yeah, a little bit, you know.
The weather's changed.
If the Ark of the Covenant had melted his face a little bit.
No, he's that dude who drank from the cup, but like a quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
He only took a little shot.
That's the shot glass of a carpenter.
You mean we're bringing that monster with us? There's not a damn thing I want that guy's help with.
Wow.
Transmutation circle. The one this country was formed to make. I heard all about it from General Armstrong. We know something's about to happen that will affect all of Amestria.
We're talking about the fate of the goddamn world, kid. You gotta get over this shit. If Winry can get over it, then you can fucking get over it. Like,
if you're willing to work with us, I'll postpone your judgment day.
Oh, God.
It doesn't look like you're going to give me any other choice.
He does have the perfect target for a bullet.
Right, you know where to aim. He's giving him a very Stannis Baratheon type of a deal where he's like, I'm still gonna arrest you for everything that you've done, but for right now, you know.
Yeah, this guy's very Stannis.
Fine.
Oh, so they're not dead.
He just fucking shoots them both in the face. Like,
Dispose of them.
Yes, sir. Hold on a second.
oh my god.
You don't have to kill them.
Yeah, you do.
Dispose of them.
Yes, sir. Hold on a second.
Also, they're really
A
gross.
life is a life. What better reason do you need than that?
Ah.
You're just a sentimental fool. We didn't ask for your help, did we?
They're like, fucking do it.
Of course we want our true bodies back.
There's your answer. I don't want to hear a bunch of fatalistic nonsense.
Oh. He's like, I've been going through this shit.
We're going through. And what chance do we have of going back?
Oh, they didn't know.
What do we do now?
This is a mining town, isn't it? Why don't we just go into the underground tunnels?
There we go.
Finally
Oh.
So surely there's a tunnel that can take us beyond the mountains. Hey, give me some credit. This is what I did for a living.
I did for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, what you did for a living was exploit other people. But
Yeah.
I hate to be the one to suggest this, but what do you think Kimberly would do if I was suddenly taken hostage by Scar?
FullMetal
It's a
Alchemist.
great
it
plan.
really is good.
It's a good plan. It's about as good as they could possibly ask for.
You can't do that! You're crazy! Well, I don't have a choice, do I? I'm a hostage either way, so I might as well get to choose my captor.
There we go.
Yeah.
Al's right. There's no reason for you to be risking your life.
Don't you get it? It's time for you.
It's her life is already at risk. Like,
Make up your minds. The storm is coming in.
Winter is coming.
We don't
Yeah.
Just let her cook, okay?
none of you motherfuckers got a fucking plan that makes sense. Like, let's just go. Like,
Kimberly shows no mercy to troops who fail to accomplish their missions. One way or the other, we're dead. Besides, we don't want to give up either.
Oh, these two are growing on me, even though they're super gross.
How do you realize if you do anything to obstruct us, the whole country could be destroyed, including your families and everyone you care?
that's a great bit of fucking motivation.
I don't understand. The Central Forces weren't told about any of this.
No.
To know more.
You mean they didn't tell a bunch of bags of shit like us? Like, what do you mean?
They're getting pilled right now.
Yeah, they're getting
Truth
mad
pilled.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow your mind. The deep state goes all the way up.
Your earrings are made out of metal. If you don't take them out, you'll get frostbite.
She's gonna give them to.
Ed. You hang on to these.
Is this gonna be a? But that seems like a. They'll find them. They're. Why did she take out her earrings and give them to you?
Yeah.
They need to add something like, these are the last things that my parents gave me, or something.
Yeah,
like, where it's
why?
like we're like, I have to keep a hold of them. Yeah, otherwise it's more of a liability.
They're gonna fall out of his pocket. It's gonna be a thing.
We don't just hold them out in the open.
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? Hide those.
There isn't a single doctor who worked in Ishval that didn't know your parents' names. They did their duty without any regard to themselves.
Really rubbing it in.
Yep, this is it, all right.
I know it's not James Hong, but I just get very big James Hong energy from this dude.
Look at this guy actually like pulling his weight.
There we go.
He's like, also, do you need me to exploit any labor? Any labor at all?
Are there any hints in those research notes you have about how we might try getting our original forms back?
At the moment, I can't say.
Wait, they are in there.
See my family again. Are you really that eager to get back to the old ball and chain? I'm sure you miss your daughter, but I doubt you miss your wife.
Yeah.
My entire clan is waiting for me back in my country, but I don't think I can return to them.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
found out how to make one.
Something so awful. If His Imperial Highness found out.
She's even getting the big guys over there. They're just like, oh man.
It's possible these notes contain what you're looking for, a humane secret to immortality.
Yeah. She's like, I found the plans for a nuclear bomb, and if I take it home...
Somebody's going to go for it. Like, we might not, but somebody will.
We have to find some way to warn them.
There's no way we can catch up to them.
I love it. You just got this one extra bottom bitch just hanging out. This guy, like...
He looks like,
Send someone who doesn't have a body. That storm won't freeze me.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does his metal not freeze?
Or do we got like a Tin Man situation where, remember, if it would snow, he would get frozen and rust or whatever it is? Maybe he's okay. Maybe he'll be all right. Whoa.
What?
Wow.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, he's getting even skinnier. Oh no.
What was that? Was it my body? But how?
I guess a body just can't hold up with someone else's.
Fucking Barry, always coming back from the grave to fucking fuck with him again.
I have to hurry.
Oh gosh.
I'd just be afraid of any snow getting in there and getting wet and rubbing off on the thing. Oh my god. Okay.
There's von Hohenheim. Izumi Curtis. She's a possibility.
Oh shit.
Who's Izumi Curtis?
I don't know.
No, that's the teacher.
Oh. Oh no.
This episode had a lot of stuff happening.
A good one, man. A real good one. I mean, like, and some really, and not just like good. I mean, obviously they kind of confirmed what we a good chunk of that was confirming what we already said, but they did a lot more than that. There was a lot of, I mean, there was some heartstring tugging and stuff like that, especially from fucking, from Al, like, was kind of a big one where he's just like, you guys aren't gonna fucking give up, like, like blah 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 or whatever.
I'm not giving up. Now he has his little monster friends, but also, come on, guys, like, what are you talking about? Like, you turned into humans, so you could just be like, I have, the government wants you to think I'm dead, but I'm actually a super spy saving the country, so I can only see you thrice a year. Right. And they just hold it together for those thrice a years.
Yeah.
And everything chill.
We also don't know. I mean, it sounds like they're in like a weird like entrapment thing, like where they probably won't let them go back at all.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys can't go back at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or you're fucking dead.
State.
You know what I mean? Like, or something. Yeah, it's like you guys are literally, you guys are like like living weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then also, that's the other thing about like, I don't know, like, is it like it would be interesting to learn with the Hunkosaurus is like if like is it hard to keep a lid on your disguise? Like is it like
that's the thing. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like
I wonder if that's it. I mean, like I don't know if they've even specifically said it, but like any like a big moment of stress, like you're hanging out with your folks and stuff like that, and like the kid
all of a sudden you talk a loogie like I just did, and you become Goo Monster Man,
right? Or something like or whatever it was like. Yeah,
you okay over there? I just got some jerky in my lung.
Or that could be like a kind of a reason, like maybe in some sense, but I don't know if they've really illuminated that.
Right. I don't know the rules yet.
As clearly.
And we know that one guy does not like his wife, and the other guy really likes his booze, and his son hates him.
Relate to all these things. What?
Well, I mean, like, yeah. Here's the other thing is like we don't know like what their deal is. Like, do they just like keep these guys like in a fucking cell until they need them for?
No. I think it's soldier shit. It's barracks.
Yeah, because like the other guy was like, I mean, I think that other soldier like legitimate was like, oh, I'm worried about those guys.
Yeah, because they are just like, no, those are soldiers.
Yeah, I'm worried about Jerzo and what's the other guy's name?
Jerzo and Slurpo. I don't know.
Jerzo and Slurpo.
No, but there was like some really powerful stuff here, that I liked a lot. It wasn't just kind of like being like, we're going to do this and this is our fucking plan and blah, blah, blah. Like it was like several times, like, it was either Winry or Al or Mei Chang, like her little thing where she's just like, I can't possibly, I mean, I love that. I love that kind of little slight pivot with her where she learns about what a Philosopher's Stone is and what it takes to make one.
She's completed her completed her mission, so technically she should return with this information to her clan, but she's like, oh God, they'll use it, and I know what happens.
This is like a military conundrum all the time, where you're like, it's just like people that are like true believers in the cause, and they realize what it takes to do the cause, and,
then you're like, just following orders gets real dark real quick.
Yeah, and is there another way? Is there another way to possibly achieve our goals that doesn't include like a war crime or like a travesty or something?
Winry and Al are very like soft power, like changing hearts and minds and being like inspirational, which is influential, which is its own power.
And Miles is kind of doing that to an extent too.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm gonna go along, but I'm just gonna kind of like try and like do what's right from the inside, and hopefully,
because it's a way more powerful pull than like shoving like a gun and being like, you either die or do what I say.
But then there's also there's like the scars and the Eds and who maybe the Kimbleys or whatever it is, where he goes like, well, no, I mean, like, you want an omelet, you gotta fucking crack some eggs. Like, there's some people that gotta go down.
While you're giving your inspirational speeches, they're murdering your people, and you just let it happen.
Yeah,
shit like that.
It's the Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. They're just like, no, we need to.
Because down there, they're putting in judges. They're going low with these. They're doing judge shit down there. Like, you gotta check that out, maybe.
They're building their power, yeah. And that's kind of similar to what they're doing, where they're like kind of removing all of these other like little like, they're removing the network of power. They're moving all of the pieces to different central command, and they're moving, Hawkeye over here, and they're basically like, it's like when you're in school and like you have like a couple kids that are like talking, you just like separate them.
Yeah, separate them. They can never.
You got to put them in either corner.
Never sit together.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what they do.
They have power together, and I think that like that's a lot of like what like we're seeing in like our current like governmental landscape. Well, you guys gotta get political, but like the dismantling of like gerrymandering as like like collections of power have a voice, but if you make people separate, then they don't have any power.
Or if you utilize the apparatus of the system and you weaponize it against the interest of the majority body politic, it makes it it makes it that much harder for people to go against that shit and everything like that. So
like one lone voice doesn't have as much power as a collective voice.
Yeah. No, and again, like, and like they like, I don't know, they got like a bigger team now. They got a couple of fucking.
That's pretty cool. I love.
You know what I mean?
I love the new teams, and I think that like the new soundtrack or the new title sequence kind of shows that new section of it. I do like this in animes when you get like almost like a whole new pivot of like characters or an arc. It kind of keeps the story fresh and gives you new people to kind of like latch onto and get some backstory on, and like
we got the goofy Hunkosaurus guys are pretty fucking funny and shit like that. We got
the robber baron.
Well,
the robber baron who was he proved his worth a little bit here, and which again after they because they didn't give him a lot to do because he's been around a while, but he's kind of not. He's sort of been whatever, and then they really waited to spring that backstory stuff on him.
I also worry about that guy because he's a very easy guy. The other side, all they have to do is be like, you're gonna be one of the elite.
Offer him money.
Like, he's very easy to flip. So I worry why they're just being. I know it's the joke where no one pays attention to him and they forget that he's there all the time, and like there was a whole fucking mind revolution that like Al and Ed were like, oh, that Tuesday, what was that? What, that mine? You what?
The day that Ed and Al and Elric came to your village was the most important day of your life. But for us, it was Tuesday, or whatever the fuck it was.
Taco Tuesday. We had really good tacos that night. But Taco Tuesday sees the means of production, yada yada yada.
I see your point in that, but obviously we watch a lot of television, and we've been watching some badly written television lately, and not to name names, but I think that like this show and Attack on Titan, and to some extent even Chainsaw Man, like our anime is proving how to do a series of television and have the motivation of the characters make sense. Like we got that little like aside, and it didn't distract from the main story, and we got this little bit of the mind revolution, and we got the character beat, and then 3-4 episodes later we got a payoff, and that sort of stuff is like cool. It's like set up payoff. We've gotten all of this stuff with Winry and Scar and her parents, and it's just constantly tied back in these little crumbs that are kind of left to you.
To things that we've been building up towards, for maybe like the first like 20 to 25 episodes that we were setting up. Now we're sort of like once you cross the middle, like the kind of the halfway mark, then you have to start cashing some of the checks. And the checks get bigger and bigger as the story goes on.
And there's that whole like show don't tell. But sometimes you got to tell a little bit, like, like the moment with like Shame, or she like just like or Mei Ching. Sorry, weirdly the one that you got right and I got wrong for Jake. It's that moment where like we literally needed to see the switch in that character, and we've seen through her journey and through her like now a little crush on Al.
Crush.
Okay, big crush on Al. And through the friendship that she's formed with Marco, and obviously she already kind of was like looking at Scar like, oh, cool, you're doing this thing. I have this mission. Like, let's be on the mission together. And then realizing how important it is and how it ties into the greater good. And having that crisis of conflict, that's a really well-written character arc.
Totally. Yeah. No, and then also like they can kind of, and now that they have a fair amount. At least, I mean, they have the biggest fucking possible reason to possibly get somebody to come over, because they basically went over to the Hunkosaurus guys and they were just like, listen, like, you have every reason to fucking help us out, because if you don't, you'll have nothing to go back to.
Right.
You're fucking like the family that like you may or may not be able to do this thing, but we're gonna try.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and if
then
you decide
you have no reason to live.
Right, and like, and maybe that's the one thing that'll hopefully, possibly, like keep the one guy in line, the capitalist in line guy or whatever it is, where he goes like, "Do you want a world that is left for you to exploit?" Type of a thing. But
yeah,
well, no, I think that's what I'm saying is like the goal. He would have his end goal because all he wants to do is to be like the elite and not have to do any of the labor. And this new world that they're going to have their foot soldiers, their army of foot soldiers. It's a thing when the old man was talking to Olivier, he explained what it was going to be. We would be gods.
Yeah.
And we would have a bunch of like foot soldiers. And that's exactly, if I'm a fucking mining capitalist guy, that's the goal.
Yep.
Okay.
Is to be up here. And then having passive income.
It would be cute. It would be cute if we just kept him as kind of like this plucky little thing, and he's just kind of like
I'm like, does he have?
But no. As far as who's the most exploitable on the fucking squad, he is. I mean, I get that 100%.
And we still don't know what's going on with Ling is.
Ling has a greed in but we think that Ling's still.
I thought we saw like a snippet of him, so I think they're gonna bring him back into it.
Yeah, so that's got to come back into it. Yeah, we haven't seen.
And his like one-armed bodyguard lady.
Yeah, she was in there too. So like I think.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna probably come down to especially because Envy was kind of the one that was directly responsible for capturing Ling and at least kind of was very instrumental in that. I would bet it's going to be like a greed that Ling has kind of fought his way back over control of versus Envy. Because they've tussled before. Like you have to have it's like you have to have fought each other at least once, and it's like next time I'm not gonna fucking pull a single fucking punch, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what gives it more meaning. I could see that possibly happening with them, and I think they even kind of maybe even elicited like a couple of images like that that showed that. So I don't know, and that's exciting. So I don't know. I'm stoked to fucking check out the next one. I'm stoked to fucking kind of keep going this thing. You guys want to do the next one?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Fuck yeah! All right, we appreciate you guys very much for hanging out with us as we go through Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhoods. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to the next episode of this here show, and you guys want to watch it right now, and you don't want to wait the week that it's going to take for our lovely editor Abe. Everybody give it up for Abe over there. But we put these out once a week. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to next week's episode a full week ahead of time, you can do that by becoming a part of our Patreon. The link's in the top pinned comment or the description below. You click that, you head on over to our Patreon, you pony up $5 at the animation tier, the tune tier, and that gets you full and uncut access to all of our FullMetal Alchemist Brotherhood coverage and everything else that we're covering. That's basically everything else animated that we're covering, and a ton of other stuff over there. We hope you guys consider doing that, but if you can't do that, you still want to help us out, hit us with a like and a subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us, and we will check y'all later.